You are live. We're live. Welcome, everybody. Let me get back up here to the top. Say hello to everybody. As you've seen from the thumbnail, our own Rob from Aquatic Aesthetics is our special guest tonight. So we want to get right into that as soon as I welcome everybody. There's Mary Paige Flynn. There's Maria Z. Maria got all the links posted there for days, as Corey said. RV, Tennessee Aqua, New Local Austin, Sandy Dowdy, welcome. Mike's and Things. Don't say every time. Benoski, Lucky Stone. I see Ed's back. I'll grab him here in a second.
Robert.
Yeah, I got him up above. I called him Tennessee Aqua, so you probably didn't. Jenny Lynn, Jimmy Pease, Monster Fish Gal, and it scrolled on me. It all crazy. And we're welcoming Monster Fish Gal Lori as our newest mod. She graciously agreed to come on the payroll at work. Welcome, Lori. We're thrilled to have you. I was kind of hesitant to ask her because she put so much time in moderating on other channels and does such an awesome job. It's kind of become handy, you know, if you think about it. She really has. So we're just really
Thank you, Lori.
Awesome to have her. So Skull Aquatics, I think that's where it jumped. Buffalo Photo, Larry, Discus Addiction, John McKenzie. It jumped on me again. All right, guys, if I didn't say you, I'm just going to go on and get started here. I apologize. Let me get Rob back in here. There we go. Back, Rob.
Yes.
And the panel, I think everybody knows. There's Skipper and Susie Q and the Chattanooga Ed. And then Rob, as I mentioned, Aquatic Aesthetics. And this is a regular panel. So when again? No, it wasn't Ed.
It was you?
It
I
wasn't
didn't do
Ed. It wasn't me.
Oh, Rob left. What the heck's going on here? This going
I
nuts.
thought
tonight.
you said Ed hit a button.
I thought he did. I thought he left, but it was Rob. My bad. I just did what Bob did, damn it.
What did you do?
That's all right.
Just say anything you want to say. People will go along with it.
Right.
There he is.
All right. I'm going to blow you up on screen, Rob.
Yeah, sorry guys, I had to cut my wireless off.
Okay. No worries.
Oh, I'm so
All right.
excited.
Me too.
Yeah, I can't wait to see this.
You are on. You have our.
Okay, so where am I to start?
At the front door?
Where are you to start? That's a good place. Yeah.
Well, let's see here. Let me get started here. Turn the camera around.
Oh, wait. I like that big picture of you up on the wall.
Let me see.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Okay, how do I... Yeah,
There you go.
Change camera here.
And if it's okay, we'll just ask questions and watch the chat for questions. So,
Oh my gosh. Okay, this is gonna be good.
yeah, they have awesome plants there.
Holy cow.
Okay,
Hey, P-Dog.
so, well, that big picture on the screen, it went away.
Oh, bummer.
So let's get it going. Alexa, cut on lights.
Whoa.
I need
Okay,
that.
that was impressive right there.
Yeah, that saves me 40 minutes a day.
Yeah.
It does.
Wow.
So this is the primary plant tank. This is where I'm going to start. And right now we've got some angels in here. They're the only fish we sell out of the plant system. We had a shipment come in the other day, and it kind of got hit, so we're a little bit picked up. Now, I can show you guys the same. This is a Janet Craig. It is just remarkably huge.
I've never seen it so spaced out and big. Mine is so compact and tiny compared to that. Wow.
My cutting is doing great, Rob. We lost him again, maybe. Let's see. Let's see. I got to get my mug up there. That's the solo layout.
Do you need me to drive down there and?
Maybe Ed. Maybe. Yeah, he was kind enough to give me a little cutting off that. I had it in Florida. It grew on my balcony. It was huge. I mean, but
I could probably get there by 9.
Probably.
Next time you might be down there, be his tech guy.
Oh, that's a scary thought.
Skipper Miss Curly? I don't know what that means.
Nice beard.
Yeah.
Or is that some moss? Nope, that's him.
Yep, that's a real deal.
I thought we were looking at a moss tree.
Hey, Logan.
Turn around.
There it is.
Yep.
Okay. Sorry about that, guys. Right now I'm resetting my wireless router, so that may change things around.
This is tough.
So what we've got here, this tank, kind of hard to see here with Janet Craig. So this overflow, it flows from the 45 gallon via gravity into the 55 gallon. Continues through another overflow into a 33 gallon.
Wow.
And I'll back up and show you the whole system.
Did you set that up yourself?
And,
Bummer. Yeah, he's extremely crafty. He knows how to build things and everything. He does just about everything himself in his shop.
I love that has the overflow like that.
Well, wait till you see how he feeds the water down into a tank underneath. It's
Ethan.
I don't know. I don't want to say too much because it's like spoiling somebody's surprise.
You're back, Rob.
Ethan just messaged if he could come in late and saying yes on here because I definitely don't want to get over there pushing buttons in Messenger. But one of you guys can if you're feeling proficient. I'm not.
I got you.
Thank you, Skipper. He was taking a breathing treatment. He said, come in first. Sorry, Rob. Nope, he must have been froze.
Well, shoot. Well, if this doesn't work, maybe next week I'll head down there and help with my camera.
Awesome. There he is.
well,
Hey, Amber.
Next time it bounces, I just heard.
Nuts.
So I'm gonna ask you, since we're having issues, it'll help with some dead air.
Awesome.
I have fire moss tissue culture. What is the best way to get a tissue culture started? Like, you know how it comes in all that gel stuff? What is the best way to get rid of that? Yes, exactly. The same cup.
You can rinse it right off. That works. I usually have a bowl next to me and just rinse it. This one, I'm going to actually try the dry start method and just fill the substrate up with water just enough and get it started and put saran wrap over the tank to keep the moisture in and get the roots really established, and slowly keep adding more water in hopes that I can get the tissue cultures to take.
Oh, with mine, it's moss, so it won't have.
Oh, okay. That's how you get the stuff off. You just rinse it off.
Okay.
Welcome back, Rob.
Yeah, I think I got it. Hopefully,
Pam.
I'm back on wireless.
Okay.
Now that it's set. So the question I from you, Susie, right before it dropped me, was had I set this up myself?
Correct.
He's
Keeping
frozen.
in suspense.
That's interesting.
Well, I want to explain it, but I don't want to explain it if he's going to.
Right.
It's so cool. But this is actually the first time I met Rob. He explained this whole system to me. It was pretty cool.
Yeah.
He's actually, well, I'm just going to let a little bit out of the bag. Do you see that the sump underneath?
Yes.
It's actually, maybe here he is.
Yeah, I've got to do what Q did last time and back and remove. No, the other one fell down. Welcome, Ethan. Welcome back, Rob.
Okay, I wonder if this will help from outside. I don't know how well this is work with my phone. There's something about crapples. I'm sorry, apples. Did I say that wrong?
Whoa. Go ahead, Ed.
Well,
Next week I'll drive down there and I'll go around and he can like do all the talking, but I'll just be muted with my camera.
Okay.
So, and then he could like just watch it on his TV and say what's going on.
There you
and
go.
I could just like be his guy. But he's got an algae scrubber. Have you guys ever heard of that? It's so
Very
cool.
yeah,
What-
back
what
in
is
the
that?
days. Yep.
What he's done is he's taken like those big bio balls
Mhm.
and he's got them stacked under there, and the water drains it down like a waterfall onto them, and algae is growing all over it. And then he's got that red light on it to really make it grow, and it eats all the stuff that's going through it. So it's like a live sump.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It's a
That's
live
the best
sump,
way.
and it also gives a place for algae to grow outside of the tank. It's basically a separate place to compete with the main tank for algae growth.
So
Which
if
is really
algae
nice.
starts growing in the sump, then I was going to assume that that's because all the algae is going to start growing in the sump, and none.
Because
Oh,
you're making a perfect place for algae to grow. It's perfect
okay.
environment for algae to grow so that it doesn't grow in your main system.
And it's going to suck all the stuff that the other algae wants to live on
Exactly.
into that. It's
Well,
a
I
super
do that in my salt water and never thought about it for freshwater. I grow the macroalgae in my the sump
That's
of my salt water.
That's a refugium, which is a little different. You're using different type of algae. Like in his algae in an algae scrubber, you're using the exact same type of algae that would be growing in your system.
Oh, I gotcha.
Yeah. All the mat algae.
It's a really cool system.
It's amazing. It's really, really awesome.
And that works.
Yeah, it works.
And a red light actually helps algae grow.
Yeah, so it's the best spectrum for algae growth. Is that
Oh.
photosynthetic? I think they call it photosynthetic red.
Okay.
And it basically it makes photosynthesis very, very efficient, I guess.
Okay. Oh, that's cool.
Hey guys, I just saw it posted that Robert Tennessee Aqua needs 2 more subscriptions to have 200, so we can knock that out. Look at his split.
Nice.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
Knock that out.
Good for him.
If he doesn't get it, I'll run and do it on my mom's computer.
There you go.
That my dad was number 989 for me.
That's great.
I was like, oh, hell, I'm almost to 1,000. And I thought, my mom and dad could sub to me.
I couldn't
And
even
then
get my
he was
friends.
like watching a couple of my videos, and he ended up watching. Who did he end up watching? Doug Gray. He ended up loving Doug Gray.
Yeah.
It said after watching one of my videos, it said, if you like this, you'll like Doug Gray much better. And so he went, and he started watching all the Doug Gray ones. That was pretty funny.
I love that.
That made two of us that watch Doug now.
Yeah.
He's
Oh, well, I
growing.
love Doug.
I'm teasing. This channel's growing leaps and bounds.
Well, what type of music? This is for Doug Gray. Homage to Doug Gray. What type of music do balloons hate?
What kind of music? What?
Do balloons hate?
Pop?
Good job.
Oh,
Oh, God.
hey, I'll be right back. Rob just sent me a message, but he sent it
Yeah, don't do that again, Ed.
not in our stream.
That was good.
Here.
Well, Doug Gray always does like
Rob
one
says
day.
this is
Did you hear that noise?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that was scary.
that was Bob. So what's the best
I
way
didn't
to
do
set up-
anything. I said
Oh Jesus!
Yeah. Robot Bob.
What's the best way? What, Skipper?
To set up a quarantine tank because I ain't never done it, but I need to do it.
Are you setting up a quarantine?
Oh, for what fish?
So you
What size?
gotta yeah, what size fish?
Well, it's going to be for there's little blue sapphires that I got. They're about 2 inches because whenever I got them, one of them ended up dying and the bag stunk and everything. So I want to quarantine those.
Good. So what are you already doing, or do you already have a sponge filter in your tank going to instant cycle it?
Yeah, I can do that. Yes,
sorry.
Oh, yeah.
there it is.
He said spray, I think. The way that I set up my quarantine tank, so this behind me is my saltwater quarantine. It's right by my bed. And that's what I do for all my saltwater fish. And then, no, those aren't quarantine tanks. But for this tank, it's just very basically set up. For a freshwater quarantine system, though, you don't even really need, even the saltwater you don't really need, but it's by my bed, so I wanted it to look a little bit okay. But for a quarantine tank, you don't really need gravel if you've got enough biological filtration. You don't really need the only decorations you need are to split up the line of sight if you've got a lot of fish or got a lot of, if you're putting a bunch of angelfish in there, you don't want them ripping each other apart or like crebensis or whatever. So you can put that in there at your own convenience. But like I usually do a few PVC pipes and I have a big hang on back on mine because it's the easiest one to maintenance. And then if I were to need to put chemical filtration to pull out meds or whatever, it's just easy. And then a big sponge filter in there for a lot of biological filtration. And you're good to go. I mean, really, honestly, you don't need any special lights. You don't need anything.
Okay.
It's just a place. You got to think of what a quarantine tank is. It is a pit stop from in between your system, and it's also a smaller system so that meds don't cost as much. You're not dosing your ginormous tank with meds. You're dosing a smaller amount, so you don't have to pay as much.
Right.
Yeah, I can get away with a 10-gallon with them. So
Perfect.
that's what I'm going to do. All right.
I like to put one of those little pots in there. Are they called terracotta? The little. I like to use those because a little clay pot because they like to go in there and hide sometimes, just so they have cover.
Something that back.
Sea work too.
Yeah.
Depending on what size fish.
Yeah.
All my PVC is only 2 inches.
It's also very easy to get just a clay pot at the store. What are they, like $2, $3?
Yeah.
It's not bad.
Yeah.
Just an update. I went away for a second and I said I'd be right back, and that's when the sound trouble started. But I still think it's interference because it does it every Sunday during the stream about this time. I think it's outside. But Rob had sent a message, not in Messenger or group, but had messaged, not on Messenger, and said, this is not going to work. Let's reschedule, blah, blah. He didn't have what he needed. So
Oh no.
we'll schedule it. And Lori, if you're, there's Lori right there. Lori, you and Nation are scheduled next Sunday. So I'll see if Rob will go in 2 weeks. And hopefully we'll have everything ironed out about that.
There you go.
I could also run a camera with a hard line because I've got 40-foot Ethernet line.
There you go.
For so if you'd want me to do something like that for him,
Awesome, man.
I'll talk to him about that later, I guess.
I saw Miss Aquatic Aesthetics. Tammy said in the back, it's not her. She's at home. She wasn't causing his problems.
It wasn't me.
Skipper,
Yeah,
how many quarantine tanks do you need to set up?
I think just one.
Okay. I've got 6 to set up.
Ooh,
I overdid it at the
Well, technically, I'm actually now I'm going to do 2.
2 of them.
Well, yeah, I'm going to do one for them cichlids by themselves, and then
Right.
the Corys.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to mess this up. The Hoplos.
Haplos. Yeah.
Thank you. And the green dragons that I got.
Oh, I love the green dragons. Oh my
They're
god.
they're not the long fin ones, but they
Oh,
have
you're not?
the gene. They have the gene in it because they came
Good.
from that mother and father.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
They were 8. Well, I was picking on somebody about that. I'm not going to put her name out there, but the person had bought it for 40, and I said, "Yeah, it's pretty funny you did that because I got 2 for $16, and they have the gene." I said, "I think she's remembering who I'm talking about." But and I said, "I'll tell you what. Whenever I get a long fin, I'll sell you another one for $40."
I got the Haplos too. I'm very excited. I got 3 of them.
well,
Which
was there a
ones did
lot
you
of fish
get?
for sale?
I got the albino.
Oh, did you? Yeah.
Very exciting.
I got the
Were there-
albino and the calico ones.
Okay.
Were there a lot of neat fish up there to buy?
Yes. I thought there was a lot. I got 2 different pair of killifish for the first time. I'm excited about that too. And I got a
Achilles Rock.
L333
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
Ooh,
King Pleco.
a 330. Oh, okay.
So
I
it
think
looks
it's
like,
a 303. I like the watermelon.
oh, this is a black and white stripe.
I love that watermelon one.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so cool.
I've got a watermelon there.
Oh yeah, that's awesome, Bob.
Ha
It's in the
ha.
fridge.
Uh-huh. And I got it out of Ethan's show tank. Look at him. I didn't know. Hey,
That.
So if I had a King Pleco and 2 super red bristlenose, they're not going to like breed, are they?
No.
Okay.
Different family of Plecostomus.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not like guppies and mollies and they come out with these creepy
Like
creatures.
gross, weird. Yeah.
But you don't have to worry about those because they're sterile. They're like mules.
Yeah.
Yeah, but they're still weird. Like I got
Yeah.
a guppy with a molly mouth. I'm like,
I've never actually got any muppies.
Lori
Oh,
got
look.
6 haplocats and 2 different type of killifish and a ton of guppies. Awesome.
Woo!
wow.
This is going to be exciting seeing everybody's setup. I can't wait to see what everybody does because there was
Right.
so many of the same fish that a lot of us got similar fish.
It's an exciting time of the year because all the shows start happening for fall. Fall and spring are mainly when all of the shows tend to happen.
Okay.
So fall and spring, or all of the fall shows are about to happen, and then all of the different South Asian or Southeast Asian and South American shipments are coming in right now. So
Oh, cool.
bunches of cool fish coming in. That's why we can get, like, I got. I haven't been at the store. It's been terrible. But I got 25 of those vampire shrimp and a bunch of different Corys and plecos. Oh my gosh, plecos out my butt. It's been amazing. But it's a really, I love the fall in the fish keeping hobby. I mean, I love the fall for, like, you know, pumpkins and stuff, but mainly for fish. It's
Oh,
such a great.
cool. I know it gets a little lull in the summer. That's why I started summer tubbing and stuff like that outside.
Oh yeah.
I decided to build a pond because I'm rarely home inside in my basement in the summer.
The summer slump. It's called the summer slump. It happens to everybody.
Oh, cool. I don't feel so bad. And the last 2 weekends I've been away, so every tank needs maintenance. Every tank. I'm like, oh my.
I feel that.
Oh, sorry, Matt. Hello. Over in Susie Stream, you mean? Yep. Sorry.
What?
I left a little. I see Logan. I see Logan in here. He hadn't been around for a bit. That's awesome. Hulk Logan's now.
It was actually there in the vending room. It would have been hard to do like a live stream there. I was going to do one with for the Aquatic Morning Show. We was going to do like an afternoon one, and I told her, I said it was too close in there.
Yeah. And you couldn't help it. Get kids in there, and it was just too much.
I hate kids.
That was the only video that I did was of the fish showroom, and I was able to get in there early.
Right.
Remember, people weren't there.
Right.
So.
The vendor room was way too small. Agree, Maria. I can't believe how many fish fam I met. It was so awesome. I had a blast. I can only speak for myself. I had a blast.
I loved it myself too. It was great.
And then Skipper was there too.
That's right.
Oh yeah, he was there.
He was teasing me last night with Q on Pam's live stream, so told him he'd come back to him. So there you go.
I had to. I was like, man, it's gonna be great. I got to meet Susie Q and Maria Z before him.
That's all right. It's all right. When they moved to Tennessee,
right?
At all. See that?
Yeah. Oh, and Rachel O'Leary was there too.
Cool.
She was there for a little bit. She had something to do, but she did stop in. She was with Jennifer Williams and saying hi to.
Yeah, I thought that was her friend Jennifer. I was asking during Susie's stream. I think. But yeah.
And Scott from Kings and Queens Secklage was there to do judging.
Yeah.
Don't judge me.
I got that. Yeah, you probably wouldn't have got a medal, but anyways. But I got to talk to him for a little bit. And
it's great in person.
Just an ass on the stream, right?
That's funny.
Skipper knows I love him.
I just know how to push your buttons, that's all.
I don't pay any. Skipper
Ethan,
who? Amber.
Do you go to any of the events?
Do I go?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I'm going to Aquashella Chicago, but that's probably going to be it as far as the traveling shows this year. Just because the next summer I've allotted a lot of money to go to Peru and take fish back, and then I'm probably going to do all of the frag shows around here. So if the Chattanooga people want to go. Usually it's like $10 entry, and it's really fun to go to, Atlanta and Knoxville and Nashville and see their scenes, go to all the fish stores and go to the frag shows. It's really, really cool. So I know Fragtopia happens in the spring, but Middle Tennessee Reef Club has their frag show in the fall. And then Atlanta has like 2 or 3 frag farmers market, and I believe Atlanta's Reef Club has one in the fall and the spring. They've got one that they do twice a year, and I know for sure one happens in the spring, but I'm not sure about the fall. I'm more whenever they usually start posting about it like 2 to 3 weeks before they start to do it, so it'll be like late October, early November is when it'll all start to happen. But those are the shows that I usually go to, and then of course used to love aquatic experience, but whatever.
Yeah, I miss it.
too. I love that.
Yeah,
Me too.
which
It was my
Aquashella-
favorite.
Yeah, Aquashella is the best show I've ever been to in my life. I mean, it made it so much more. I don't want to say it made it more fun than Aquatic Experience was, but because it was such a good show, like Aquatic Experience.
Which one did you go to?
I went to the last one, and that was the I can't remember what year that was.
Oh.
Was that because that was the show I went to right before Aquashella for the first time when I went for the first time.
When you said Aquashella Chicago this year, did you mean Dallas?
Yeah, because Chicago's over.
Yeah.
Oh, Dallas. Apologies. I'm so sorry.
It's okay.
Whenever I say it, I'm like, what? But no, Dallas. And then I'll go to all of the local ones. But we'll see.
Well, cool.
And then I still have Reefapalooza in the books, but I don't think I'm gonna make that one. But
which one of those?
If I'm going to go, which I missed Orlando, which I was pretty upset about, I would want to go to a California one because I went to Orlando 2 years ago, and California was where they started, so that's why I would want to go to that one because all the founders go and they usually have the best talks. Because I personally really like shows for the talks and getting to hear, the industry experts kind of talk about what they're passionate about, and I just like learning though.
Yeah, that's why I'm so excited about going to the ALA.
Yeah.
Hear
Oh,
all
yeah.
those talks down in Miami.
Oh
That'd
yeah,
be cool.
that would be.
There were good talks in this one.
Yeah.
Were there really?
We did very well. It was Lucas Bretz,
Oh, nice.
Gary Lang,
Eric Wardroff, and Jennifer Williams.
Broderick. Yep. Yeah. It was really good.
That's great.
Skipper, you sound great.
Knew it, Rico.
I'll have to take your word for that, Rico. Don't stand up, Skipper.
Yeah.
Don't stand up.
What's up, Rico?
I'm gonna tell you that dude right there. When you meet him in person, it is a trip. It is a trip.
I'm back.
And
Did you go in?
the one thing that I want to say about going to this and meeting everybody was it felt like a family reunion.
Yeah.
It didn't feel like we were meeting everybody for the first time, but we technically were. It was pretty cool.
Yeah, I thought so too. That was the best part for me. Absolute best. We had so much laughing going on, like so much laughing, and it was just non-stop laughing.
We also did get to meet Monica Lynn too.
What an
Yeah.
interesting person. Holy
Yes.
cow. That was the only one that surprised me.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody else was exactly as I would envision that they would be. But Monica Lynn absolutely surprised me. Very pleasantly. Yep.
I didn't get to meet Alice Shan. I missed him.
You were in the auction with him.
Yeah, but I wasn't there early. I didn't show up till 11 o'clock.
You know his name is Tom. You would have met him as Tom.
No, I didn't meet him.
Darn it.
Whenever I got there, the auction was going on.
Okay.
What did Lucas talk about?
Natural aquariums. Now his was 9 a.m. And of course I'm trying to get there at 9 a.m.
What a great time slot.
He whenever he did his talk about his natural aquariums, and also what he brought up was what he learned from his last talk to now because of. But there wasn't nothing going on, so you get more involvement in your aquariums instead of going out and doing all these talks.
Yeah.
He got to learn a lot more. He said.
Yeah. I would love to try to do one of his type natural aquariums, but I'm so afraid to turn my filter off. Oh my God.
I've done it to 60 of mine.
All 60?
Well, I have 70, but yeah, almost all of them.
How's that working out?
It's great. Well, I mean, yeah, I've been to his house a few times, and it's so crazy because when you walk in, it's so quiet and there's tanks everywhere,
Yeah, it's weird and eerie.
Oh, it's so bizarre. But some of my fish need more oxygen and stuff, so I have to keep it going for those. Like my wild caught stuff needs more water flow. I don't know. The bigger fish, I keep the water flow. But all my guppy tanks and inlers and all my live bears.
Wow.
Well, no, I guess both my molly tanks have it, but still, yeah, I've gone straight to just plants.
All heavily planted?
All plants.
Okay.
Heavily planted. It's crazy.
Somebody said something about Patty, and those pants Patty had on were boss, let me tell you.
Oh,
Reddy is a pistol,
oh,
man.
Yeah.
man, I'm telling you, that lady's wow.
You can take her right out of the chat and put her. That's exactly as she is.
Yeah.
It was fun. I had a blast.
Going to ask you something, Ethan, and I forgot it. Imagine that. Oh, well.
Imagine that.
Imagine that. Oh, I know what it is. Not fish related, but there's a exotic pet expo in Nashville this coming weekend. And, if Cole can get off, we're going to meet up with Tiffany and Ginger and eat German food. And we were going to the zoo, but then Tiffany mentioned this expo. It doesn't look like they fish, but it's a non-profit thing, and it's only $2 to get in.
Oh,
And that made me think, with the space that you're renovating, will you ever have reptiles or anything other than fish?
Here's my opinion on having other stuff. I am only going to keep what I'm passionate about, because the moment that I branch out into stuff that I don't have a passion for, I'm not going to do it right, and I'm not going to do it justice for other people.
Right.
I'm passionate about fish, and that's what I'm going to keep, and that's what I'm going to provide. Because if I start getting snakes and spiders and bugs and stuff, like, I could sell houseplants. I like houseplants a lot, but
There you go. Me too.
yeah, as far as like other stuff, I think that people should never just keep stuff to make money, because even if you keep stuff to get it to people, are you going to take care of it right if you're not passionate about it? But that's just my opinion. I'll tell you the reason that there aren't a lot of reptile stores or reptile places. There's a lot of stores that'll start up, but not a lot of like reptile stores that specialize in reptiles. Like there's the one in Nashville, the
Aquatic Critters.
Aquatic Critter, and then they have the reptile side. But that's because the fish side pretty much runs it. There is barely any markup in reptiles at all. When you look at most of the places that I can look at that sell fish and reptiles, it's crazy. I mean, I can't imagine having to try and run a reptile business, and you sell less reptiles, which is weird. You would think that if you sell less of a product, the markup would be more, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like because in a fish tank, somebody's going to get, 15, 20 neon tetras. You would think that there would be less markup in a neon tetra than there is in a bearded dragon or something that somebody buys one of. But no, it's crazy. Like, I can't imagine. I would tip my hat to somebody who just did a reptile store. It's crazy.
We have one here, in Cleveland. Well, you've been there, but the markup's incredible. And
what about ponds and plants? Are they marked up too high?
No, they're reasonable as far as what I've seen, like comparing them with Petco, say, or they're usually a little more than Petco, a little less. But it just surprises me that I guess that's how the Repticon things do so well, because that place was packed out, and I ended up buying 2 snakes that day. So
yeah, and that's how they stay alive, like breeders and stuff like that, because you got to think. At least in my head, I don't know this for sure, so I can't state it as a fact. But like with the era of box stores and the internet, you would think a lot of places that did reptiles kind of went out of business because people could see what the prices were. Prices got, leveled across the board instead of they could price it at whatever they wanted because they didn't know how much it was supposed to be. Like your customers didn't know how much that thing was supposed to be, so you could charge whatever you thought that it was worth. But now you have to match it to Petco and PetSmart and online. And I'll tell you, when you do that with fish, like you can make a little bit of money, enough to keep a fish store open. That's why there's so many of them.
Right.
But
Right.
when you do that with reptiles, like if I went to Petco and wrote down all the prices of their stuff and tried to match them, I would probably, I mean, literally, Bob, how much, what's the last thing I looked at? Like, how much is a crested gecko at Petco or PetSmart?
About 79.
I was going to say
79.
the same. Exactly.
Yeah, so like the last place that I looked, you would make, oh boy, that's like $10 on a crested gecko, which is insane when you're selling one or two. You know what I mean? So you either have to breed them or whatever. And I'm not, again, I'm disclaimer, I'm not an expert on it because I don't do it, but I'm just guessing at what probably happened. You can't compete with box stores and online when it comes to reptiles because they're so much easier to ship and so much easier to, you know what I mean? And people go to a Repticon and they can get exactly what they want because you're not buying a million reptiles all the time. You're just buying, 1, 2, 3, whatever. But with fish, you've got 20 tanks. You've got a bunch of fish tanks everywhere. And you're like, man, I could add something to that tank today. A plant, a rock.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you can't add anything to a reptile enclosure.
Nope.
Not really. And it's set.
Except for maybe plants.
Yeah, plants. Yeah.
I guess
Now,
the
I
only
did
way.
just build a palindarium. It's like a 40-gallon breeder front opening.
Mm-hmm.
And I have my Eastern musk turtle on the bottom. I have minnows, mountain minnows swimming around. And I have a Pac-Man frog up in the terrestrial part of it. So I was able to get all three because the turtle will never go up to the Pac-Man frog.
Yeah.
The turtle's not going to catch the fish. And the Pac-Man frog's not leaving his spot.
Exactly. No.
So I thought that was a perfect combo to have more than one animal in an enclosure.
Yeah. That's awesome.
What Lumpy Dog said, that's what I was going to say. Exactly. Exactly.
Yeah.
But yet, like Rob doesn't sell reptiles, but I was mentioning to him about getting mice and, the quality of mice stuff. And he made amazing deals, that he could, I'm sure he's not making any. Just incredible.
Like that's for me. Like I have 2 employees that have a bunch of snakes. So I get them mice every week for them with my shipments. And I don't make any money. I just sell it pretty much at cost because I'm not looking to make money off of 2 people. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like if I can help my employees or if I can help like another one of my fish hobbyists that has a king snake or a whatever that they have, just extra, a boa or whatever, I can get you some pinkies and you can just cover my shipping and cover my cost on them, and that's fine.
Yeah, I may just be covering his shipping because it's an unreal, less than $1.
Yeah, I mean, and that's
for
the way to do it, honestly, because he's not a reptile store.
Yeah, if I just didn't spend the other, for food and all that, I'd come out ahead there.
There you go.
There you go. Gotten free food today.
So Freaky asked a question.
Mm-hmm.
She said she's got a baby cooter turtle, Stevie, and he sleeps outside in the water on his deck, and he likes the light on. And I was curious, is she talking about the UVB light, a heat lamp? What light is it that he's really interested in when he sleeps there? Because my baby turtles sleep outside the water almost all the time, but my UVB and UVA lights are all on timers, and they still sleep outside of the water even though the lights are off.
Oh, Patty's here, and she made it, and she's slipping in.
Yay!
Good. She made
Hey,
it.
Patty.
Hey, Patty.
Patty with the cool pants.
That's right. The boss pants.
As far as the turtle, I would say if the question was if it'll hurt the turtle to stay on too long, again, I don't know that much about turtles, but when I had mine, it was fine when I kept it on for a really long time. But the only thing that I was ever told was that it hurts their I can't remember the name of the cycle. We have it too, where we sleep, we're awake.
Circadian
cycle or whatever it is. Yeah.
Yep.
That's the only
nursing
thing
school.
That's why I keep it on a timer so I don't have to mess with it. I don't have to play with it. And she adapts to the timer versus me trying to adapt to her.
It gives them a schedule. Yeah.
Yep.
I was thinking about the moisture, it's sleeping under the lights. What I was wondering if it, would hurt them when the moisture, the humidity of them sleeping like that long. But I guess they know what's good for them and what isn't.
Yeah, it must have something to do with babies because all my babies come out of the water. The bigger turtles are sleeping under the water. So
she's got it on the timer too.
Yeah. Good. That's what I would do and let the turtle adapt to the timer.
Yep. Well, Maria gave us 5 minutes ago, so our time is up, guys.
That flew by.
It did fly by. Thanks. You guys are awesome. It's awesome. Every week I learn something. I swear, every week I learn something. So, Ethan, thank you. I hope you feel better. You're sounding.
I'm a lot better than I was. It was awful. It's. I didn't think it was as bad as it was, but it put me on my butt.
Yeah.
It was not good.
Yeah. And the Ed, what can I say? The Ed, thank you, Chattanooga Ed, for being here. Mr. Livestream, I introduced you as Mr. Livestream. It is awesome to have you here every single time and to be your friend. Susie Q, that we have the same heart. We have almost all the same pet. Always learning from you too and your research. And Skipper, bless you, man. Take care. Say something nice. Skipper knows I love him.
Yeah.
I can't wait to meet you, Bob.
He never gets butthurt. He never does. So I'm working on it, though. I'm trying. So love you, Skipper. Thank you, everybody that came. And we'll get where I've rescheduled. And thank you to the awesome moderators. We have the most awesome moderators with those links flying and keeping the chat going for us. That make it so much better. So thanks everybody. Let's head over to Kenny's. The links are up there, and let's do hashtag what, Susie?
Hashtag I'm tired. I can't think.
Yeah.
And
Hashtag tired.
Hashtag gotta be something. I'm afraid to ask Patty. Uh-oh.
She's probably tired too, so.
Larry. Oh, she's saying to somebody else. No, Larry. Hashtag Larry.
Hashtag
She's
Larry.
talking to Buffalo.
Patty Pants. There you go, Dee Dee.
Patty Pants. Very good.
Awesome.
Hashtag
I love that.
Patty Pants.
All right. Patty, hashtag Patty Pants.
Patty
All right.
Pants. Okay. Thanks, guys.
Thanks, everybody. Good night.